Almanaque de hoje, uma entrevista com a banda finlandesa Nightwish, que veio ao Brasil mostrar sua versão mais melódica para o heavy metal. Ao rock pesado, eles unem orquestra, coro e os vocais de uma cantora lírica. De passagem pelo Rio de Janeiro, o grupo falou sobre música, estilo e a forte ligação que existe entre o público e as bandas desse gênero de rock. The challenge at the beginning was to create something new because most of you had been playing heavy metal for a long time and wanted to change. Did you know since from the very start that you were looking for an acoustic result?
That was the original idea. Nightwish was never ever supposed to be a metal band at all. Nothing to do with rock and roll, if you want to say it like that. I mean, the idea was that since I was playing in a couple of other metal bands in the beginning, I wanted to do something totally different, and that's why I came up with this Nightwish concept, which was to do like this acoustic campfire Boy Scout music.
Is it possible to have an acoustic sound when you're talking about metal with all the guitars and amplifiers?
I guess there are these unplugged shows that even some metal bands are doing, but I really don't see that it would work out really fine with what we are doing, at least for the most of the songs.
Of course, we don't have an orchestra with us on the stage. It would cost a lot of money. We have a real orchestra on the last album once, but and a choir also, but it's impossible to carry these people with us.
How was the experience of recording with the London Session Orchestra?
It was totally incredible. I mean, these people can really play. I mean, it brought some quality to this band, yes, in a way. But yeah, it was one of those dreams that I've had for years, to be able to include an orchestra of this level playing my music in our band. So when we went there, they were just given the notes the same morning that we started the recordings, and they did the whole thing in about 8 hours without ever even hearing about the songs beforehand. So that's musicianship. It was a great experience.
Tarja, you've started to learn music at the age of 6, if I'm correct, and then came the lyric lessons till you built a career in this type of music. How was the transition to rock?
Well, basically, I have been studying music since I was a little kid, and in '96 I went to the University of Music, and the same year Thomas came to me and asked me to sing on his first demo. It was basically a thing that I never expected anything like this. Any one of us expected anything like this big to happen, and I was not agreeing with them to go in any concerts, to make any live shows, and suddenly I was standing on the stage with them and everything got big. Of course, I was making my career as a classical singer, and I got to the point that I need to continue, and I have been continuing beside Nightwish all the time. So this means that I'm making my classical concerts whenever I have time. But the thing to be a heavy metal singer never came in my mind before I was 19 years old.
When you sing with the band in a metal concert, you have all the amplifiers and equipment, much different from a theater where you have to show all the capacity of your voice. What can you tell us about this aspect?
That is the biggest difference, really, that I am on my own in a theater singing in my own concert without amplifiers, without microphones. That is the biggest difference, that really people can hear my real voice. In Nightwish concerts, they don't have a clue about my real voice, even they don't.
invited Terje, were you looking for a classic singer? Did the band wanted to have this lyric accent?
To be honest, I was searching for something completely different. I was hoping to have like this soft, girly female voice which would fit to the acoustic material that I had at that time perfectly. And then she came to the studio, and it was a big shock for all of us because we had no idea what her like singing style would be like, that it's so classical and so dramatic. And as I recall, it was also one of the major reasons why we put Nightwish's music into the metal direction, to do like a big sounding bombastic music to fit her big bombastic sounding voice.
And was it difficult to match her lyric voice with the sound you used to do? How was it?
I think the most difficult part has been for me to put my voice into this music. It took a long time, really many years to learn it. To be a classical singer and to sing this kind of music, you really need to develop a really different style. You cannot use the whole body of yours or the whole complete voice of yours in every position, in every sound. And you need to learn how to make visions with your voice. You need to learn how to make colors with your voice. And it's definitely a different thing than to sing in a classical way. I have needed to develop my own way. There hasn't been anybody to help me.
Is heavy metal a male environment?
Definitely, it at least has been a male environment. I think that nowadays there are many ladies in metal as the front ladies in the bands, and you know, it's rising up, this female metal thing, but definitely I still believe and think that it's a male environment.
First of all, there was like many female fronted metal bands already before us. Well, not that many, but some. So it's not like we invented the whole thing. What I'd like to think is that combining this kind of music with her kind of voice, that's something unique. But it wasn't anything new to have a female singing in a metal band. And during the last, I would say like 5 years, there has definitely been like an uprising of female fronted metal bands in the whole world. We talk about like Evanescence and With Implantation among the biggest ones.
How long have you been friends, and how did the band start?
We four, except Marco, knew each other since the high school, and actually we with Thomas and Empo had some projects before as well and played in the same bands. But then when Thomas wanted to get this new project done and he needs some musicians to play in it, then we came into picture.